Welcome to Nome and the finish line of Iditarod 2016. So many storylines coming into this race, the biggest of which you mentioned. Could Dallas CV win 3 in a row? People already getting excited here in Seward. The city is buzzing for tomorrow's race. And why not? It's already a big enough race as it is, and it's only going to be getting bigger tomorrow with some international talent coming in. Now stop me if you've heard of this sport. There's a ball, 2 goals, and you can only use your feet. Nope, not talking about soccer. More than 40 kids from all over Alaska and the Yukon Territory gathered at Bartlett High School this weekend for the state's first ever futsal tournament. All right, thanks, Joe and Emily. How many times do you get to see a musher leave a checkpoint live? That's exactly what's happening right now as you see Mitch Seavey taking off, heading for Nome. The Wolves are part of a difficult Cook Inlet Conference where they are heavily outnumbered. Eagle River High School enrolls less than 900 students a year. Meanwhile, neighboring schools like Bartlett High have nearly double the enrollment. Crews have been rehearsing all week for the big game, but despite all the preparation and planning, each person has responsibilities that still keep them up at night. Just finishing up was Hawaii Pacific and Cal Baptist. Cal Baptist taking that game 77-69. In about a half hour, we're going to have the UAA Seawolves on the floor. They're going to take on Point Loma. Each player, they shave their heads into mohawks. Now that's pretty normal. You've seen that with teams before. Now the head coach, Roger Spackman, doesn't have a lot of hair on the top of his head, so what does he do? He doesn't shave his head into a mohawk. He shaves it into a reverse mohawk. Carmen is a bike mechanic, and rather than letting Wilcox ride the distance on her old bike, he's building her a new set of wheels that'll make the race that much faster. And good evening. It's the final day of the NYO Games, and one of the more popular events going on this afternoon, the 1-foot high kick gets a test of jumping ability, flexibility, and coordination.
Good job, Mina.
Todd Cook is a wrestling coach from Homer.
She's working the hand, she doesn't work the elbow.
He's also the father of 6-year-old Saoirse Cook.
When you get him in the pin, you gotta tee up, okay?
And at the 2015 Alaska USA Wrestling State Championships, Saoirse is on the mat, doing what she loves.
I like when we wrestle in tournaments and when we get the medal.
But that's not the only match Cook is watching.
My oldest daughter's on 10.
2 mats over, 13-year-old Mackenzie Cook is competing in a mixed-gender event.
The guy she's wrestling took first yesterday. They're a good wrestling family. They've been around for a while.
The Cooks are also a wrestling family, 5 in all, 4 of them girls.
It's pretty fun, yeah, because you can wrestle around with them at the house, practice moves on them.
Circle around, set it up.
It's helped Mackenzie win 4 straight women's freestyle titles.
Come around, come around.
And today she's aiming for number 5.
Squeeze!
Victory, and not a moment too soon.
Hey, Saoirse's up, I'm gonna go over there.
And the balancing act continues.
There you go, drive in, grab the leg!
But for this wrestling dad, the sport, like his life, is all about balance, leverage, and commitment.
Double them up, okay?
Jake Edmonds, KTVA 11 Sports. Albert Gregory has been involved in the Native Youth Olympic Games for 30 years.
Over it again.
Once a competitor, his playing days are over. Gregory is now part of another team, one of over 70 NYO workers, many of them volunteers. They're all working behind the scenes to make sure everything runs according to plan.
It's enjoyable to see kids physically try to do their best at what event they're in.
Today, he's officiating the toe kick, keeping a close eye on the stick as athletes brush their toes across.
Both of his toes have to hit the stick first before he can touch the floor. He's touching the floor, then hitting the stick. That's not good. That was good.
Next up, it's the one-hand reach.
You can do it.
Competitors must stay balanced on one hand while using the other to reach an elevated ball.
Good job.
Gregory grew up in Bethel, but he's since left the village and has now embraced city living.
Good try. You did really good. I went hunting and fishing, but when I came into a big city, I stopped hunting and fishing. I do all my hunting and fishing in the store.
Still, he appreciates the culture these games bring to the heart of Anchorage. Gregory won't receive a medal or stand on a podium this weekend, But it's workers like him that keep the toes kicking, the hands reaching, the games running. Jake Edmonds, KTVA 11 Sports.